can see you now.
I know. And thank God. And thank goodness I got myself together. Well, you got to, because I've been walking around looking like God knows what for like 3 months because it didn't matter. Who cared? Like, you know what I mean? And I felt fabulous, but yeah. But you were looking the same way, so it's fine. That goes both ways, lady. This is too fun to be, to get spruced up, So here we go. Hey, it's your girl Monifa, and you are tuned into Brunch in the Basement with JaVonne. Okay, no, did you just listen to that? Okay,
we're gonna keep that.
That's fine, but let me get it right.
You know I am, and I'm gonna send it right back to y'all. That's what I'm gonna do with that.
What's up? It's your girl Monifa, and you're tuned into Brunch in the Basement with JaVonne and Terez.
Hey, this is Leon. That's right, Leon, from some of your favorite movies, and I'm at Brunch in the Basement with Terez and JaVonne. Stay here with me. Stay here with me. Stay here with me.
Still in the basement, no longer alone, with my homegirl Terez on the microphone. Music, politics, or just chatting it up. Brunch in the basement, see that's what's up. You never know who might run through. Legendary artist or someone brand new. You miss a lot when you miss one day. At least that's what I heard somebody say. But it doesn't really matter what whoever says. It's always a good show with JaVonne and Terez. Yeah. Brunch in the Basement with JaVonne and Terez. Yeah. Let's see who we got today. Come on, everybody's a friend in my head. I already know everybody. Whatever it is, it's gonna be good. One day I'll tell you about me and Shaka Khan, but you know.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, but she doesn't know anything about it. But anyway. No, she doesn't. She wasn't even there actually. But anyway. The time, so
and we thank you for that.
Thank you.
Yes,
thank you. This part, that little piece, I'm just gonna keep and play it all the time for myself. But no, I'm just teasing.
Do 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 do. Hola, ¿cómo estás, everyone? Happy, healthy, and prosperous. Woo! Woo! You giving us profiles? Nope. Sure can't. Can you hear me? Okay. Happy New Year, everybody. Welcome, 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 welcome. And while Silky's getting her profile shots together, we're going to see angles of her this year. We're going to say happy, happy, happy New Year. Happy New Year, Renee. What's poppin'? You got your spades game together yet for the new year? We're going to see. You know we're going to see. All right. So I got a couple of announcements to make in a little while. It's a fabulous new year, and I know you all have. I want to hear about some of these New Year's. Do we still do resolutions? Reservations? Resolves? Anything with an R? Do we still do that stuff? Or do we just say, shake it off, move it on, and, get some, what y'all got popping? Let me hear some of these plans if you have any, Let me hear what's going on in the world. What's happening? Hey, Walt, what's happening? Hey, Sage, what's going down? Loretta, Happy New Year. Happy New Year, everyone. This is our first show of the new year. And JaVonne is trying to give us angles. I see her fingers are going 50 million miles an hour. I could almost see the smoke of her fingertips. And I'm starting off, of course, with my morning cup of tea. You want to know what's inside my cup today? Well, this is my own concoction, you see, because I'm getting ready to do my detox not every year. The first successful, this is going to be an every year thing, so I'm pushing myself here. But last year, coming into the new year, we did a 30-day cleansing detox. And can I tell you what our cells felt like? So when the coronavirus hit, we weren't all frantic, and we were kind of like very this about it, and we just thought it was something temporary. But, as we still sit in it today, we decided this year that we were going to go do it again. So I'm tapering my body up to be able to receive all of that goodness. And this, in my morning cup of tea today, is a lot of goodness. All right. So we got some pepper, and we've got some key lime, and we've got some agave, and we've got some turmeric. Now, if anybody knows anything about turmeric and pepper and key lime, these are all what they call alkaline ingredients and healing ingredients in a cup. So, and turmeric needs, for better absorption, pepper. And sometimes, you can buy the blends together because they kind of premix them, so you'll know what it is, and you'll take them, and it's good for things like, well, turmeric has all kinds of goodness in it for your skin and for inflammation and all kinds of things we get as we get a little more wise in the world. You know what I'm saying? So this is what this is, and I'm committed to drinking a cup of this every morning to get the cells going and getting them all revitalized and get all alkaline based, because I'm going to do this year the transition into complete veganism. Yes, that's right. You heard it. And the reason why I'm telling you is that you can all keep me accountable in your own little special ways. So there's an amazing, and this, it was kicked off because, well, I'll say because, one of the reasons why I couldn't commit to full veganism is because I'm a foodie, a super, super duper foodie. And, you fast every year, mister? Yeah, that's dope. Fasting is not only good for you physically, it also is good for you spiritually. It kind of sets things in great intention. Sipping caramel pear green tea. Ooh, caramel pear. Nice. Green tea. Nice. I like that, JaVonne. It's one of the reasons why I'm doing this now is because I finally found a great vegan chef, and I finally feel comfortable enough to do it, where I don't feel like I'm missing out on something, because my taste buds have been so tintillated the entire existence I've been on the planet. And shout out to my mother for introducing me to good vegetables very, very early on. The Southern roots had us picking stuff from the backyard too. And living up north, most of my life, my mother has Southern roots, so we traditionally go south in the summers a lot before we got our independence. You do what your mother says. So she puts you on a plane, and our roots were in Chattanooga, Tennessee. So in Chattanooga, Tennessee, we were with our elders, and they had gardens and all kinds of goodness in the backyard. So we were their little field hands. And in doing the field hands, they prepared most of the meals from scratch, pulled most of the stuff from the backyard. So all of that was part of, I'm grateful. All of them have transitioned, but grateful for what they left us and the grounding. So, they introduced us to a lot of like good vegetables that typically you don't have kids eating. Like a lot of kids don't like okra and squash and all that stuff that comes out, and watching live chickens slaughter, that sort of thing. So yeah. So I say all that to say, the vegetable thing is a really, really good deal. And I'm going to start it now. Chef Cheryl Cole is actually an amazing chef, and she does have a restaurant in Teaneck, New Jersey. But she makes some culinary delights, and you know, she knows I like spice, so she always like kicks it up a notch for me. But it is amazing. She was part of my mind change. She doesn't know this yet, so if she's watching this, she'll know in a minute. And also, I have a dear, dear Libra sister in the world, Latasha Scott. You may know her famously from the group Escape. She just launched her cookbook, y'all. I'm going to try to get her on the show to talk about it. But she's got a vegan lifestyle going on over there, and that food in there looks like love. Ordered one of those coming my way. So I'm just going to, you know, and then you can do your own experimenting, because if you know how to make little things like dumpling, and you can add all your little nicey things that go down, and you know, and do it. They have great butter. I've been playing with great butter and egg substitutes and aquafaba. For those of you who know what aquafaba is, it's the juice of the chickpea. You know, you pour off and you can whip it up. You can whip it up. And it makes a nice little egg substitute. You can add it in things, and you know, just it's just about feeding your temple right. You know, with all this craziness going on, this is the only, you know, we all know, you know, I'm kind of a spiritualist, just definitely not religious person, but we all know these temples, we only get one shot at these, right? So at the end of the day, we decide how healthy it's going to be moving us forward. We could either make it hard for it to do what it's supposed to do, because it's a miracle going on inside of here. It's a miracle in your body happening every single day. So if we can decide how it's going to perform, if it's going to perform at its optimum levels, or if it's going to perform at, be doing better, I'll stop eating all that junk, you know. Now, because I'm a super foodie, I still have to make way for a little bit of my fat snacks. And I need the fat snacks in my life because they make me happy. But what fat snacks I choose make the difference. I'm trying not to do any of the processed food. I'm not going to kill myself because I'm not an extremist. You have a garden each year. Oh, nice, nice. See, that's what I want to get to. I want to eventually, depending on where we decide we're going to settle down in life, it has to have like maybe at least a quarter acre of land dedicated to nothing but fruits and vegetables, whichever vegetables grow in the climate. But it's got to have that. I want to be able to get in the soil and return back to those kind of things. I want to plant some tomatoes and some onions and all kinds of stuff right out the backyard. And I love it when people give me stuff. Hey, I grew this. Oh my God. Like, people used to do that all the time when I worked at another place. They would come in and say, oh, Miss Thorpe, I got something for you, and whip out these big tomatoes and all kinds of collard greens we had, tomatoes. We had all kinds of fresh stuff growing in the gardens. One of my best friends growing up who came to live with us, who was like complete and total joy. Shout out to Veronica. Veronica opened up my mother's backyard, a section of land, and started growing big old greens out there barefoot growing greens. And that's what we need to do, y'all. We need to return to some part of your, thank you, Pop. Yes, Vegan Vibes at 1356 Queen Anne Road, Teaneck, New Jersey. Yes, yes, yes. Go out there, shout out Cheryl Cole. Tell her Terez sent you, and she's going to hook you up. She makes amazing spring rolls. Oh my God, bok choy spring rolls. Now, it may sound weird to you, but when you take that first bite of that, man, listen, I'm gonna let y'all do. I ain't gonna tell you no more. Because I don't think you can handle it all in one sitting. But I will say to you, returning back to that kind of stuff is amazing. She makes a great lasagna. Now, who heard of lasagna? It's the echo chamber.
Can you hear me?
Can't hear you still. You've been there, Keith? Yes. Yes, yes, yes. She makes this great avocado explosion burger. Baby, one good bite and you are hooked. She will make you a believer. And I'm telling you, she's been working on my taste buds without even knowing. And what's happening, Silky? Now, I don't know what's going on either. But I'm sure whatever it is, you work it out. Now, were you moonlighting with the equipment again? No? It just woke up and started doing this all on its own? Well, good morning, Keith. Well, that's it. So you've heard my story, and I'm sticking to it. And anytime I get on air, you know, I'm usually drinking or eating something. So if you guys see that fork and it's got something else on it, call me. I'll say, hey, Terez, what's in your fork? Instead of your wallet, what's in your fork? What's on your fork? You're transitioning to full pescatarian this year. I'll try for veganism next year. Okay. Listen, one step at a time. I've been there too at the pescatarian for sure because I love fish, you know. Yes, Latasha Scott's book. Yes, it's Planted Lifestyle. Yes. And it's wonderful. And it wasn't pre-order. I think it's sales now, but you can still get it. And, you know, get that. It's wonderful recipe. She's got great mac and cheese recipes. I have been doing mac and cheese vegan style myself, actually. And it's fun to do. You know, it's really fun to do. I get the sometimes vegan cheese has been around for forever. And, you know, and I like things like mustard. I put a little mustard in it for like a little. Does that mean no chicken, Terez? Yes, that means no chicken. No flesh, no traditional, you know. We can do all kinds of chickens. Chicken was the first thing that folks were substituting out. But you know, I'm tending to not necessarily want to do the meat, you know, even the substitutes sometimes. I just do straight vegetables in so many different ways, you know, like, and after a while you kind of train your palate because I love taking like spinach or whatever, or kale, flash frying it real fast. Like take some oil, throw some onions in there, pop, bring it in, bring it out real quick, and then eating that by itself.
1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2.
Feels like a psychedelic trip.
I don't know what it is. I don't know. Something ain't right. I think I got too many of me on here or something.
That sounds good now.
Yeah, but it's only because I'm whispering. How's this? Is that okay? Okay.
Yep.
Groovy. Hi, everybody. Sorry.
I knew you're going to figure it out, Silky. Your fingers were moving
Now
too
I
quick.
can't hear you. So.
You can't hear me?
Very low. I have to keep. This sucks, man. I don't know what I did.
The devil
me is the system.
Poo-doo. So Silky.
Yeah.
You look high in your chair. Are you standing up?
No.
There we go.
Sage. I am so sorry for this. Everything got. I think my new system here, it reset. And it was doing some kind of update, and it wiped everything out, including my videos and everything. It's just a hot mess.
Ew.
It updated on its own. I didn't ask it to.
Just like the iPhone.
It's some Apple stuff. Yeah. So now I'm on this.
Give too much boobage this morning.
Say what?
No, I was leaning kind of forward and I forgot I had this little tanky on with a little slit in it. Because
we'll have to replay that.
I'm having a little private summer this morning that I'm not necessarily bad about at all because it's nice contrast with the cool, crisp air. So, you know, I get it, Terez. I'm going to ease my way into food choices. Yes, ease on down the road. That's all you do. You like, and be kind to yourselves in the process because, it's not an easy thing. It's not a hard thing either. It's a thing, and some of us have different levels and different paces. So you're making adjustments to food choices. Like even if you started off with a little harm reduction, like less fried foods, less fast food restaurants, the more I'll tell you something, the more I watch Hell's Kitchen with my man, Gordon Ramsay, going in these kitchens and the less I want to eat out. I'll tell you that. But I'll tell you one thing, it made me realize how important, and not that I didn't know this before, but we were like, I was watching Gordon Ramsay, binge watching Hell's Kitchen. If anybody knows what that is, it's a show that Chef Gordon Ramsay, he's like, I think the highest paid chef in the US. He gets in his tractor trailer kitchen and he goes across the country to help save restaurants that are like in trouble. So looking at it, yes, drink more water. Absolutely. You must be consuming at least a gallon of water a day, at least a gallon of water. Flush. And alkaline water is best. And if you don't buy the alcohol water directly, you can make it alkaline yourself by getting some key limes, or limes, not lemons, but limes. Lemons are good too if you have a pinch, but get a key lime or a lime and, drop a few in, squeeze a few in, let it sit. That's all you got to do, But harm reduction. Yes. Harm reduction, of course, for non-social work folk is reducing the harm. It's just what it is. I'll give you an example. If you were a smoker and you smoked a pack a day, if you smoked half of that, that would be reducing some of the harm as you gradually do the process. In other words, it's not to shock you into doing anything. It's to gradually reduce the harm that whatever you're doing was caused, long term. And I just want to put that out a bit. So just like, if you can just start not going to certain things, like if you went to fast food restaurants every day, try to reduce that to like maybe once a week, or until you can cut yourself off, because, we want stuff that's sustainable, things that you can do long term, healthy bodies. We want to optimize and exercise. And also, for those of you at home, pretty soon we're going to have an amazing doctor come on. That's going to talk to us about some stuff. But one thing you can do also for your lungs is to get humidifiers, particularly while we're in this cold and flu season. Get some humidifiers at home, put them in your bedroom so that you can, when you sleep at night, you can have moist air, because that helps for all you asthmatics, for people who have challenges sleeping, apnea, whatever that is, get some moisture in your air as you sleep this winter. And it also helps keep bacteria low. The thing with those two is you got to keep them clean. Okay, you got to make sure you keep them clean, watch them, and keep them filled with water and just let them flow. Keep the air around you that you breathe moist. Yeah. Drink a gallon a day or more. Yes. And your body will adjust, because I know what you're saying next. I drink a gallon a day, I'll be peeing all day. True. Ain't that right, boo? True. But what you can do is know that your body will adjust to the water. It does, bring a bottle with you. Like I used to trick myself. I'd bring one of the long, the quart of water, and I would just keep refilling it. So by the end of the day, I've already had them, and I'd like to hold it in my hand. So, that's easy to do. And I'd walk the building with the water in my hand. So I'd always know that I'd be,
I think I got it.
Think you got it?
I think I got it. Are we hit? Are we good? Can you hear me?
Sounds good.
Groovy.
Mm-hmm.
So I think, let me just say Happy New Year to everybody. And I think it's amazing that you are recommitted to eating well and taking care of yourself. I'm I'm trying to drink. I'm finding that I'm drinking a lot more water these days. And I have let go of soda. Like,
Oh,
I can't even remember now. It's been months since I've had a soda. And I was one of those that would drink at least a soda a day. Not
oh.
like, like some people will sit there and drink Pepsi all day or Coke all day or whatever.
Yeah.
I've never been one of those people, but
I had a colleague that when we would give her gifts, she would ask for like 6 packs of Pepsi. I never understood that.
Yeah, that's just crazy, right?
Never understood.
Loretta's best friend. I'm with that. So I apologize for all of this insanity this morning. Like I was saying, my computer did a reboot on its own. It decided that whatever version of this thing I have, Macintosh, whatever the hell, it wanted to update. And apparently it did it last night on its very own. It didn't
Take it off auto. Take it off auto.
So I have to find where auto is and
Okay.
undo that.
Yeah. Because it'll ask you at that point, do you want to do it? And you could always say no later, But if you got it on auto, it's going to do it for you.
Yeah, it kind of it hijacked the whole system. Let me tell you, all of my media stuff, it seems like it's gone. All the videos, because this morning what I was doing, I was preparing, and you would have liked it. So next week, hopefully, I'll be able to by Wednesday maybe get it back together. But I had little pieces of my favorite pieces of the show.
They're not lost. They're in there, though.
Yeah,
about that.
Yeah, it's always like, I always have to have a challenge, right? So that's that. And
fresh ginger, lime, and yes, Keith. Yes, that cayenne pepper. Let me tell you something about that cayenne pepper, though. That cayenne pepper is an amazing boost. And if you take fresh pineapple juice and sprinkle some cayenne pepper and get that blend going, like you got to blend it really, and or stir it, mix it, however you do it. But pineapple juice and cayenne pepper together, amazing. And I love that combo too. The ginger, lime, cayenne pepper, that I'm sure. See, pepper, cayenne pepper or black pepper, serves as a boost to a lot of things. It helps absorb with the cell absorption. That's why pepper is so popular. Well, one of the reasons why, but it absolutely helps for things like turmeric and other things to really, really grab hold to the cells and boost them. And as you know, pineapple has amazing properties in it for your body too. Now, not the canned pineapple. Try to get you a fresh one that's in season, and cut it up and make some juice, like juice it out. Or sometimes they have the cored pineapples. I know in the grocery store near me, they have the cored pineapple already. And I'll just grab one of those as opposed to trying to, cut it all up myself. Toss it in, grind it up, throw some cayenne pepper in there and drink the juice. It is amazing, Same for grapefruit juice too. Grapefruit juice is another one. Now that's very bitter. But I've learned to tolerate the taste in it, but it's really, really good for your body. Also good for weight loss too. Grapefruit juice is one of the ones that helps cut all that extra stuff out. It is a diuretic of sorts. It will make you go to the bathroom. But
they say the same thing about cayenne pepper. Well, now not so much that it makes you go to the bathroom, but that it's good to help you lose weight.
Yep. Sure is. I know that, what is it? Isn't that Master Cleanse or something that has the cayenne pepper in it? I believe. Am I right?
Yeah. Just so that you know, I just want to say this out loud. If you're watching this show on Facebook, especially on my Facebook page, please either go to YouTube, WJBR, Internet Radio, or go to our In the Basement with JaVonne and Terez page. Just so you know, Celicia Thompson, Dr. Celicia, liked the video on my personal page, and it'd be really groovy if she would subscribe to our YouTube page, as well as Keisha Coffee Fuller and Randy Jones. Happy New Year to all of you who watch on my personal page. But it's time to migrate to YouTube, because eventually I'm gonna stop doing it on my personal page, I think.
Core pineapples, yeah. Well, just coring, meaning the process of coring the pineapple for you, so that you don't have to cut. Right now, actually, in our fruit basket, we have a whole pineapple because Mo buys them whole, and then I have to cut them up, or she cut them up and do diced pieces because she likes frozen pineapples. The coldness, she just like crunches them, so they're already cored for you. That's what that means. Yes, WJBR Internet Radio on YouTube. Take a swing over there, y'all. And actually, you can invite people from your pages to check out the YouTube side of things. Ooh, this quick and easy smoothie contains pineapple, ginger, lemon, turmeric, cayenne pepper, has all the medicinal benefits and can help soothe the sore throat and reduce mucus. Facts. Let me tell you something. All disease in your body, if you can think of your body as a river, and you have blood and things going through it, all of the disease in your body, any kind of dis-ease in your body, is carried through your mucosal membranes, through mucus. And the idea is, if you can eliminate the mucus, you can suppress the diseases. You can suppress things that get picked up in it and travel. So all of those reducing mucus things or eliminating mucus things, like the sea moss and all that stuff, amazing. I say do it, because when you do that, when you handle the mucus, you take care of 90% of the things that go wrong in your body by making it alkaline immediately. So you want to look for things that reduce that mucus, that get, that open up those sinus membranes, that, do all that good stuff that you need, your body to do. We need air, oxygen. So opening up the sinuses and reducing phlegm is a great part of healing. And if you can get that to stabilize in that condition, baby, you'd be walking around here like Superman or woman.
That'd be dope.
Yep. All of us who wear the capes.
I don't really have any plans, like in terms of how I'm going to, maybe it's necessary to have plans like that. But, for me, I'm just taking it a day at a time. There have been years that I've started the year with, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And it never pans out. But it starts out good in January, and by March, I'm eating burgers and fries. So
then let me ask you a question.
Sure.
What gets in the way of continuing?
I don't know that anything gets in the way, except that I see something I want, and I don't like I cannot deprive myself. That's the thing. Like deprivation diets doesn't work with me, for at least right now. So
and that's how you see these as diets?
Yeah, I do. And it's also a way of life, and it's also a change, and blah blah blah. I mean, not blah blah blah, but for me, blah blah blah, because if I start getting cravings, let's just say, and I've been able to cut out some of man's most devastating cravings in my life, and then it becomes a matter of choice, I guess.
Well, I'll tell you something. Some of this stuff helps with the cravings. I know for me, and trust me, I doubt very seriously if you are any worse than me with the fat snacks and the sweets. I have a serious sugar addiction, which is not good for me, But I find that the turmeric tea in the mornings cuts that right out. I didn't think it was going to happen, but I realized I reach for less donuts.
Yeah, well, actually, I've been good with just not like making that choice to not eat donuts, like not buy the donuts. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think I had shared before that I would buy a box of chocolate donuts, the Entenmann's with the 12, the big, that box. It's in every supermarket, right?
Yeah.
And I made a conscious choice at about the same time that I decided that I didn't want to drink soda anymore.
Now, what happened? Now, how did you make that choice not to drink the soda?
Because I just felt like it was just bad for me. It was it. I think in hindsight, it didn't taste as good as I thought it was tasting, and I had enough. I said, okay, I don't need to, and everything for me is a day at a time. And then when you look back, it's like, wow, it's been a lot of time. Like people love to say things like, I haven't done this in this amount of years. I've been clean and sober this amount of years, and I've been doing this and that this amount of years, and haven't done that this amount of years. For me, and this is just my thing, everything is I haven't done it today. In this minute, I'm not doing it. No, thank you. Right?
Stay in the moment, right? Okay.
Yeah, I stay in the moment, so I can't. It just doesn't that whole. And then like, not get the hell out of here with that. Did you do it today? Are you gonna do it in the next moment? I don't think so. No, thank you. Right? So, actually, when I think about it, right? This is 2021. 1990 was the first. Was when I think 31 years since I even tasted a beer or something like that. When you think, but I don't like beer. So to me, I won't have a beer today, And in general, I can answer the question very easily. Do you drink alcohol? No, I don't. That's pretty general and pretty basic. No, I don't drink that. And right now, today, no, I don't drink soda anymore. How long has it been? I don't know, but I know I haven't had one today. I can't remember.
Nice. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But I know, like I'm not crazy. I know that it's been a few months.
Nice. That's in the moment. I get it. I absolutely get it.
Yes, Queen, the chocolate ones by Entenmann's. Exactly. Those devilish donuts. They're freaking delicious.
Satan.
Wait, can I tell y'all a quick story about the Entenmann's donuts? So I used to work in the Bronx. I was a manager in the Bronx, and I had maybe 15 people that answered, that I was their manager, right? Well, so probably that makes it about 18 people, whatever. So called a meeting. You have to press the reset button when you are ready for a lifestyle change. Rezi has seen my journey with the reset button because her and I talk about it.
Yeah.
I feel you. Yeah, but anyway, I called in a meeting for all my 18 staff, and I had 2 boxes of Entenmann's because I have a lot of staff, right? I said, this box is for y'all, and this one is mine. And if you don't eat Entenmann's, good for you. I sat there and ate an entire box of chocolate donuts, that whole Entenmann's, while I discussed important matters with my staff.
Yeah. I've done that with pizza.
You ate the whole pie and didn't give anybody any?
No. Well, we all had pies. Nobody wanted. Go ahead, finish your story.
No, that is the end. The end is that I ate the whole day, and I don't know if they were amazed at what I was saying, which probably was not that deep, but in the moment, I was stressed. Obviously, if I ate a whole damn box of donuts, right?
Mm. I find I don't have to be stressed. I can just, it's interesting. And once upon a time, I could do stuff like that and go on about my business. I remember shout out to my girl Angela, because I just had a flashback of when I was modeling, and she was a foodie just like me. And there were any shows that we found we were doing together at any point, we would get super excited. So we'd bring snacks so we could hang out backstage, in between stuff. And one year we bought pizza, and we sat there and ate it. And the other folk were looking at us like, you could seriously eat that stuff before hitting. We were like, y'all, can't you? Killing.
Exactly.
Pizza, and pizza is one of my favorite food groups. And yeah, but I'm finding that immediately after doing that, even though my taste buds say yes, 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 and I'm just so high in the moment with the eating, shortly thereafter it becomes something else to battle, and I just need to learn some moderation, So, and I found out that I can make a nice spelt pizza and just different substitutes for things that do less damage to your body, like that devil cheese. My girl Wanda took me to this pizza joint in the Village that has fresh ingredients and all this. Oh my God, it was so good. It wasn't enough of it because it was that big. It was really, really good. But try to do away with the cheese so that will be on the list. But we do that. Monk fruit sweetener, yeah, have some of that too.
And that's what I've been using actually. It's really good. That's the very first sweet sugar substitute, I'll say, that actually works for me.
Yeah, it is pretty good. Yeah. I found chicken pizza as a go instead of pork. Okay. Chicken pizza?
Okay.
Yeah. Ain't nothing like that pork pizza though.
I know.
I had to get that out.
Come on, we gotta be real. We gotta keep it real now.
Yeah.
However, I did what was it? It was a diet. I think it was something that they delivered to your house, the food.
Fresh Direct?
No, it's a diet thing.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, they had these little pan pizzas, little for one person.
Mm-hmm.
And they had chicken instead of sausage, like chicken sausage.
Mm-hmm.
And it was really good, although I found that they didn't put enough cheese on it for me. It wasn't Jenny Craig, it's the other one. And so I would just sprinkle a little more cheese on it because I mean, because
eat the pork. You know what it is? It's portion control.
Right.
And if you find if you've been to a country where the larger sizes of the same outfit will cost you more, you'll understand their philosophy is that we have to use more material, which I think is very on a lot of levels. But is it truth? Yes. And sometimes what helps, because I remember when I used to have to do a portion control thing too. And I would go buy the Tupperware that had the little squares. I've never done a diet in my life though, but what I need to do sometimes is portion control, to be able to fill the squares and that be it, because I don't have a regulator, that's probably why when I cook, I always cook a lot of food because I don't have a regulator. I grew up in a family. It was 5 of us. Yeah. And it was just kind of when you're used to cooking for a folk, Even in a lot of places that I grew up, I'd always have friends and things over. So I'd always cook a lot. So the portion control thing was out of control. So now I know how to make little things, like that help. I won't make a whole like trough of chili for just Mo and I. I have to give some away, which is good too. I like giving away food, but just have to really just start taking it easy and making sure that,
So Miss DJ just said something really interesting that she lost.
What she said?
I lost 150 pounds and kept it off. I never dieted, just started to understand my body. That is very, very interesting. And I believe that is monumental, understanding and communicating with your body.
Mm-hmm.
For an example, I don't need to eat 3 times a day. My body does not break down food that fast. That is good. That's a good start. Clearly that works.
Mm-hmm.
I'm learning that my body needs more water than I ever knew.
Mm-hmm.
And I think now that I've significantly decreased the sugar,
Mm-hmm.
Significantly. If I have any sugar in a day, that's a lot of sugar.
Really?
Yeah, because I've stopped eating. Oh, I just realized I've stopped eating bread. I haven't had like I had stopped eating white bread for a long time and started eating like whole wheat, rye, things like that. Grains, just multi-grain bread.
Mm-hmm.
And then I noticed that I don't need to eat bread either. Neither.
I like on occasion, I like a nice grilled cheese sandwich, but I like pumpernickel bread and rye bread and things like that, or the swirl bread. When my mother-in-law comes, she likes white bread, so we have to get that for her. But she's 81 years old.
Right. And this is the thing. This is the thing about all of these diets and stuff.
Not a diet. We're not talking diet.
Okay. Well, like I don't eat this, I don't eat that, I don't eat this, I don't eat that, unless you don't like it or its effects on your bodies. If because sometimes our bodies can be allergic to things, and the allergy could be just swelling or slows down our metabolism or whatever it is. These things. Look, I'm all for people being healthy, but I'm going to tell you, no, not but, and I'm going to tell you that my grandmother will be 100 years old, and I knew a woman who lived to be 110, and these young ladies continued to eat pork chops.
Yep. Let me tell you something.
My grandmother, don't get in front of her and fried chicken.
Listen, I already know. I already know where you're going. Like my kinfolk continue to eat the pork as well, but it was different. The food that they were processed with or grew up with was different. They weren't doing as much as they were doing to food back then. They weren't doing it, and I was watching my sister Bevy Smith do her New Year's tradition, and she videotaped her going to Sylvia's restaurant in Harlem to pick up her chitlins, for her mom. And listen, folks still eat it. I get it. I absolutely get it. And what's that? Oh, Kevin says my grandmother ate whatever she wanted until she was 103. It's the food. Yes, absolutely. It's the food. It's what they're putting into it to preserve it. You just have to watch it, and it's customized to you. It's really customized to you. What you
exactly
pay attention to what you're putting in your body. How's that?
Exactly. Like I said, my grandma still will wrestle you to this day for some fried chicken, for a pork chop. Like, grandma, you're not supposed to eat that. Give me that. Yeah, you come get it. All right.
The only thing I say about that is like if you have high blood pressure, which traditionally runs in the African American culture and other cultures as well. But if you have high blood pressure, please watch your salt intake. You know, that is the high blood pressure, as we know, is the silent killer. And we just need to make sure that our pressures stay right. But then if you're going to do that, then balance it with something else that helps, you know, bring helps with pressure, you know, like a good hibiscus tea or something that helps level you out a little bit, you know, and everything in moderation, you know.
Everything in moderation. The other thing that I can say about my grandma is that she also eats her vegetables. She will eat vegetables and she will eat meat. So,
and your grandma's pretty fine.
Yeah, she, you know, she's doing it. She's doing it, man. Every now and then I'll just wake up and her age will strike me in the head like, oh my God, grandma's 99 years old. You better call her. And I call her and she's like, girl, I'm busy. I'll call you back. I'm like, okay, never mind. But she's good. She's blessed, you know, and she knows she's blessed. So, you know, it's good. You know what I want to do right now? Because it's on my mind. I'm a little bit stressing about the music situation here because of how this started off today, how the computer and everything worked. And I had to recalibrate the whole DJ situation, which, you know, just never just works easy. Kevin said carbs are real, and I don't eat just anyone's mac and cheese or potato salad anyway.
That's what I was just laughing at. They are a rare treasure. Yeah, you know, I tell you something. Black folk, I love my black folk because, you know, we just know organically there are some absolute don'ts, right? So absolute don'ts. You just don't eat anybody's potato salad.
Exactly.
You don't eat anybody's mac and cheese. You got to survey what you're eating there.
You know that's right. And I don't know why people do it. God bless those who love it and like it, but just mac and cheese. You don't have to put broccoli in there. Have a side dish of broccoli. You don't have to put seafood in it. No. You want to just have a side dish of seafood. You want to have lobster, have the lobster tail sitting on the side, have your mac and cheese there. I'm just saying, like, you know,
no peas and carrots in your mac and cheese. Please.
Don't do that.
Or no peas and carrots in your what is it? In your potato salad. Oh.
And raisins, but that's the others.
Oh God. We do way too much. No peas and carrots in your mac and cheese.
All right, hold on. This sounds like Rezzy started a song there, so I'm gonna let that go. Go ahead, Rezzy, sing your song.
No peas and carrots in your mac and cheese. No peas and carrots in your potato salad. You'll be eating alone. And stop killing your greens. Yes. Yes. I've recently started getting into flash frying greens. Oh.
to. Do you guys know who I'm talking to? You. Those of you who go out and stay out all night long and expect us to stay home when you did what you did. Because you did it, we can't do it. But let me tell you something here. The sisters ain't going for that no more. Hey, sisters, you feel me? Because we realize some things that y'all ain't doing nothing greater for us than we can't do for ourselves. Can I get an amen? Somebody say yeah. So from now on, we're going to use what we got to get what we want. So you ever think there was a time we had a day. That's the thing I never will forget. Now, baby, I gotta like to live.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure it worked.
All right. You better thank Kevin over there cooking them greens and olive oil and garlic and a few herbs. All righty. If I can start smelling them from here, I'm on my way.
That's it.
Woo-wee. Yes. Greens have to have a little. I just recently started, what do you call it? Flash frying stuff. Like I'll take a bunch of kale, get that hot. Yeah, because I like crunch. I like a little crunch in specific kind of greens. So I'll get a cast iron skillet, heat it up, get it nice and hot, then hit it with the oil, take some take some onions first, put them in there, let them start getting brown, and then I'll take some kale and put them in, toss it around a bit, high speed while it's hot, and then take them out. And then eat those because you need the roughage of the greens coming down, and they're really good. You season them up, of course, but you can put the seasoning on them because I like a little spice, and then pull them out before they get limp and soggy. Really good. Throw some spinach in there too. Kale and spinach together is amazing. That's like a whole meal.
Everybody remember to pull them out before they get limp and soggy.
Pause.
That's what you said.
Yes. Throw some oyster mushrooms in there too. Sometimes take an oyster mushroom, put it in the pan, hold it down, press it down, let it fry on both sides. Oh my gosh. You think you're eating meat with that. Season it up, and you just remember you have to pressurize it. So you put it down, you hold it down in the pan and let it fry, get nice and crispy, brown on both sides. Take that sucker out with those greens. Broccoli rabe too. I like all of those. Yes. I like all of those. And they're fun. I actually went and got some oyster mushrooms yesterday. And like the big tentacles and everything on them, just like.
Doesn't sound like anything I'm going to eat, but I'm glad you found something that you love.
Silky, I'm going to cook for you one day.
Not that.
I'm gonna make you yeah. Listen, you have to try it before you veto it. You really do.
Not everything do you have to try,
But
I'm like in this second half of my life, and like
you're not gonna do nothing you don't want to do.
I'm at that point. I'm like, okay, there's some things that I've done, and like done it. What's that? You did it in the ground, like you did it so much that you it's done. It's done. Soda, it's done. I'm not saying I'll never taste another soda or drink half a cup or something, but I'm over it. been drinking soda since I was a kid, right? I'm over it.
Yeah, I've never understood maybe mixing Bacardi and Coke or something like that.
Yeah, there's like some things I just don't ever have to do, and there's some things I never have to try. I don't have to do again, and some things I don't need to jump off a mountain with, to feel adventurous. I just don't feel like I need to do that. Jump out of a plane. A lot of people say, "Ooh, that's on my bucket list." Okay, good. Go jump. I'll videotape you, Ooh, oh, I mean, I'm with you. I feel you, that makes you happy. But
yeah.
and fungus, I don't have to eat it.
It's the- see, a lot of this stuff starts in your mind. Your mind is your
And
muscle.
that's where it ends too. Because if you listen to what you said, after you eat this stuff, you start thinking you're eating meat, but you're not.
No. No. I'm not saying it's a meat substitute. I'm saying that the properties of things for the meat eaters, and I got to stop doing that. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Because what I find myself doing is when I'm talking to carnivores, like heavy buffalo cattle eaters, they need that. They need that thing. Like you give them something, they look, okay, everything's good. Where's the meat? And nothing wrong with that. Nothing is wrong with that. So at the end of the day, I have to just say the mushrooms are just something that is available as a viable option if you like that texture in your mouth. Pause.
It's the texture of mushroom. I've gotten better than some people I know. Like I see people just pick out you put a mushroom. To me, like now I've gotten better. Like if I see them in my food, depending on what it is, sometimes it's in a sauce or something. I used to be one that would pluck them out. I don't have to. I'll swallow them if it's just not the big, gross looking ones. But
you could take the big mushroom.
Nah. When they get that big,
No, but hear this out. You get the big mushroom caps and then you saute them so they soften. And you could put them on a whole sandwich with some tomatoes and cut them. And when you bite into them, I'm telling you, with some onions and girl, I'm telling you, you bite into that sucker, you'll be like, wait a minute now.
No, I won't.
Yeah, you will.
Nope.
Yep.
Swallow. How about this? For all of you who don't swallow, how about don't put it in your mouth to begin with?
Pause. Listen, have fun with your food. Have fun with your food. The fact of the matter is it's all available to you, because let's just say we were all, now I would love to do a deserted island of nothing but fruit trees and vegetables, right? And drop 10 of my favorite Black people there and let the helicopter fly off. And they said, okay.
Wait, with what?
Okay, good people, fend for yourselves.
And what's there? Vegetables
and fruit trees. That is it. And if you want to fish, you got to do it yourself and figure it out.
So vegetables, I love vegetables. And fruit, I love fruit. That don't mean I have to eat the fungus that grows out.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I would love to create something where you have 10 of my favorite funny foodie Black folks drop us off on an island, and that's all there is. Ourselves, our clothing, and the things that grew natural, and fend for yourself. So I have a friend, a personal friend of mine, his name is Claude. I'm putting his name out there because I remember when we grew up, well, we didn't grow up together, but he said, I used to be really, really bad when I was younger, and they threw me out of my home when I was a kid. Now, he lived in Guyana. He grew up in Georgetown, Guyana. And when he grew up, I said, well, how did you survive? Like, what did you do? He said, well, Guyana has amazing fruit trees. And as a kid, I learned to climb trees and get what I needed that way. Was that the doorbell? Woo-hoo! Happy Chulo! Happy New Year!
Happy New Year! Can you hear me?
Yes.
I wanted to chime in on the health thing and the mushrooms and JaVonne.
Why is it always me?
You're lucky.
Why is it always me? Why you never check her? She's not always right. But go ahead. Go ahead.
No, you're so closed-minded to like changing. You're not open-minded to different things.
Yes, I am. I'm open-minded.
Get the hell out the basement. Come to the first level. Where the kitchen's at.
Let me just say, Pop, I'm very open to different things. Like I said, I will now eat some mushrooms, but I'm not going to, like those little tiny ones that come in the sauce sometimes, I will not pluck them out, whereas I used to.
Let me cook you a mushroom burger.
No, thank you.
But like, okay, let me give you an example, JaVonne. Like for me, I used to love beef and broccoli, right?
Mhm.
Now I do shiitake mushrooms with my broccoli. I saute that in garlic and coconut oil and stuff, and I serve it over cauliflower rice.
Wait, say that again. You do what?
I do shiitake mushrooms, my broccoli. I cook with the rainbow. I cook with all the colors of the peppers and stuff like that. Fresh garlic, some basil, some parsley, stuff like that.
But that sounds great. Just don't put a mushroom in there.
My question, do you cook?
Why is he saying? Why are you talking to me like that? Do you cook? Yes, I can cook.
No, I'm just because let me put myself on the thing because, like I said earlier, it's so funny, and Sage is a part of this too, because when I started talking about my journey of changing, I had that conversation with Rezi at Sage's showing downtown. And I remember Rezi and I were in the corner, we talked about it, and Rezi started getting teary-eyed with me because I came to her to talk about it. And I said, I have to press this reset button on my life.
All right, so let's talk about that. Let's talk about your.
No, I'm putting me on the front street now. And then when I went to the doctor and they told me that I was pre-diabetic, I like my fingers and toes. I became proactive instead of inactive. And the good thing is, I know what I'm putting in my mouth. Hush. So, and the first thing was cooking. So what I did was I put a remix on different things that I like. And if you can cook, that's half the battle. And you have to open your mind to different things. Like we want to go to vegan vibes real quick. I think the thing is, Rezi, I think if we don't tell her what it is and she eats it, and then after we tell her, she'll like it.
Sure.
Because remember, JaVonne, you were talking about what's vegan oxtails?
What can't, okay. So my thing is this: instead of calling it vegan oxtails, just call it whatever it is. If it's seaweed, say this is seaweed in sauce. Or
it's vegan oxtails. That's what it is.
But it's not an oxtail. It's not an oxtail. What is it?
Vegan.
What? Okay, vegan. What does that mean?
That means no meat.
Okay. So how can it be an ox's tail if it's not meat? What is it made of?
We're about to show you how.
No, y'all making it out of other things. Just say what they are.
And you know,
like this is mushroom made to taste like oxtail. There you go.
Okay, see, and you have a point there, and I think
don't try to trick me.
Well, it's not about tricking you because the word vegan is there, but see that, and you have a point there because I kind of wish that veganism started out in a lane by themselves. But see, what happened is, in order to get people to do it, we had to say, not we. Yeah, okay, I'll say we because that's what I aspire to be. The marketing was all wrong in the beginning, you know, because they were trying to give substitutes for your favorite things, you know, and in doing that, they gave it the same names, but it really can be in its own lane, as opposed to saying vegan oxtails. So then we'll get Weisenheimers that'll say, this ain't no oxtails. And then when you're eating it, you're comparing it to an oxtail, you know, and that's not what you should be doing. What you should be doing is eating it for what it is itself and knowing that what you're putting in your body is something that's going to help it restore. It's going to help it, you know, optimize its cell performance. It's going to help you digest it, you know, because, you know, like, you know, ain't nothing worse than going to get your colonoscopy and finding a lot of polyps and things going on in your intestines from things that you have been eating, you know, that all these things that, you know, that go into our food these days to preserve it, to get it on its shelves, its long life, is jacking us up on the insides, you know, and we can do some prevention in there, you know, we can.
So let me just say this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not eating an ox's tail. I don't eat oxtails.
Okay.
So if you tell me this is vegan oxtails, that doesn't sound good to me in any kind of way.
Okay.
I think I might be more open to a substance or something that I've never tried.
How about a burger?
What kind of burger?
Plant-based burger.
Plant-based
What?
burger.
A plant-based
burger.
Okay, I can eat a plant-based burger. What kind of plant is it?
Green.
Or chickpea burger.
Green.
What about
Okay, chickpeas. I don't have a problem with chickpeas. I mean, call it what it is. Okay, I'll try a chickpea.
Would you eat a pizza made out of cauliflower crust?
Yeah, I like cauliflower. I like cauliflower rice. I am not closed-minded. Pops.
Ooh. Okay, JaVonne.
He come up here reading me, writing me, and trying to erase me. But we're not going for it, darling, because I can
I'm here to support you. I'm here to help you.
You always do. Always do.
You have the Impossible burgers. Mm-hmm.
Have you had that from they don't even buy it from White Castle no more, so
Oh, now see, that is something I will not eat. Anything out of White Castle. Honey. But what's the Impossible Burger? What's that?
The Impossible Burger is another plant-based burger. There are two. It's Beyond Burger and Impossible Burger. And the good thing about Impossible Burger is if you can grill those, like on a regular barbecue grill, and the red-like substance that appears in them is beet juice that actually comes from the Impossible Burger. And, and they have Beyond Burger. Beyond Burger also is, they just started, I think, Beyond.
You said it would beet juice? What did you say?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What kind? Who?
For those of you who like to see the burger, like, when you throw it on the grill, you see a little bit of the blood come up when you're cooking it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the Impossible Burger, when you throw it on the grill, it has the redness come up. But that red is actually beet juice.
Beet juice, yeah.
They make great grillers.
Now,
do you like wheatgrass, JaVonne?
Now, I don't know, but that's not something that I'm opposed to trying.
Okay, let me ask you something, JaVonne, because I'm
not eating mushrooms.
Because I want to celebrate Mrs. J for losing the weight because she learned her body. And my thing is, like, for me, I learned my body. I learned what would make sugar, make my sugar levels go up and go down. I don't eat processed sugar no more. Like I was never a big candy person. I like natural sugar. So when I make a smoothie, I'm throwing in the blueberries, the strawberries, the greens, what else? I use maybe a little bit of almond milk or oatmeal milk, stuff like that. Would you be willing to do 21 days of a smoothie in the morning for breakfast?
And then what?
That's your breakfast.
All right. So then what do you have for lunch or dinner?
Well, you have a nice little salad.
Okay.
And then have something healthy, like maybe some fish or something and some more vegetables.
I'd be open to that.
Okay, what is one of your weaknesses? Food-wise, not Shaka Khan chocolates. I'm talking about food-wise.
Okay, food-wise, one of my weaknesses. My weakness, you don't put some fried chicken in front of me. That ain't working.
Okay, but why not substitute for oven fried chicken or baked chicken?
Oh, I can eat baked chicken. I eat that too. I eat baked chicken.
Okay, let me tell you what I used to do. What I found out for me, I used to love the crunch in my head, right? I loved potato chips. But what I would do now is I would cut up cucumbers with the skin on it because my mental is like I'm crunching something and I'm eating 98% water.
Very good.
I'm eating celery, I'm eating carrots, but in my mind, I'm like, it was the crunch. Because either you get that, you want that crunch or you want that sweet, salty taste. You have one of those,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ooh, we got more company.
And like,
woohoo! Yeah! Yes!
Pastor Taylor.
Happy New Year!
Happy New Year! Happy New You!
What's up, people? I came into this conversation right on time because a lot of the shifts that I was able to make dietarily happened, but based on what Pop. I don't care. I can't call you Pop, brother. You. Ulysses, they came from that sonic relationship to my diet. And so, like, if you go in my kitchen right now, I've got bowls full of apples, and Granny Smith's Feed the Tart, and Gala or Fiji are sweeter. Just the ways that alone can feed those little Joneses in the middle of the day when I need something salty, I need something sweet. And so that I remain a lot more open to other stuff because I'm not jonesing. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not fiending for a thing food-wise. And so I can eat an apple while the chicken is slow roasting, a Cornish hen. So I'm not eating a whole chicken. Hello? Just a little Cornish hen. You put that on a bed of a field of greens. And like you said, cut up some carrots or the thing I like to do on salads is to get a bag of trail mix that's, almonds and walnuts and pecans, cranberries and raisins. Put that on there too. And
what I've also learned was this. I no longer eat in front of the TV because your mental for 30 minutes, you want to keep chewing. So what I'll do is I will sit at a table, I'll put on some jazz and eat my meal right there or read a book or something, because your mind, if you're watching a show for 30 minutes, you're constantly want to eat and eat because your brain doesn't register what this does until 15 minutes later. That's the stuff that I've learned.
Well, Ulysses, and also, I got me a cute set of 9-inch plates. So my whole thing is when they say take the commercial break, for the most part, if I'm eating just, chicken breasts and that salad, I can finish it in the 5-minute commercial break, not feeling like I'm garbling. And then, I keep me some water. So after that, I'm with you. And so I feed it with the water thing afterwards, just mindful that you're right. We don't have to keep it. So the culture's programmed to, the commercials will make you feel like you got to have something even when you got something else,
Yeah,
people, black people know we can talk about a meal while we eat the meal, huh? We can talk about the next meal. We can be thinking about steak and eggs while we eat dinner. So it's about being able to be present with the meal and full in it, And here's the thing. A couple of Sundays ago, we had a sister come on to do Sweatsuit Sunday with us. And one of the things she said was that you have to remind yourself that at a certain time that the kitchen is closed. And I have an 8:30 alarm that goes off that says the kitchen is closed. That's it. Period.
And prep works too. Like prepping your meals for the week also works too.
Yeah, that works. That works for me. I don't have to do the prepping, who does the prepping, but what I find helps me in a pinch is if I go get me the biggest glass of water before I eat my meal.
Yeah.
I am not eating as much. Portion control for a long time was my enemy because I would go and I'd get a plate and I'd put a whole lot of the things I love.
That much water before I do anything in the morning.
Yeah.
Yep. You gotta kick off your morning with the water because that rehydrates. That also flushes out what was in right before, and it starts you up. Don't get up and put something in your mouth before you have your water intake. And warm water will do. Some room temperature water is great.
Yep. Because Rezi, what I've also learned from a nutritionist, like you said, the room temperature water, because I've also taken that ideology from Asian people. Think about when you drink cold water. I drink cold water when I'm thirsty, when my body's thirsty. Because think about when JaVonne is eating fried chicken, right? And
I eat fried chicken too, so JaVonne, think about yourself.
No, okay, well, you eat fried chicken and you're drinking something cold behind it. Normally, that grease freezes up in your body. So if you're drinking something warm, it's helping digest that through your system.
Yeah.
And the first thing when I wake up, I have water by the bed. So I drink an 8-ounce glass of water first thing in the morning, and by 15 minutes, I'm ready to go.
Yep. I'll have some water, then lay back down.
Yeah, this is 50 ounces.
Yeah. Yep. And I don't say diet anymore. I say lifestyle change because I say if you spell diet DIEIT, you die while you're on it because you're killing yourself trying to fit this window.
That's what Richard Simmons used to say, and so he said.
And that's where I got it from.
he said we need to work a live it, not a diet.
Right.
And now I eat to live, JaVonne. I don't live to eat.
Live to eat, yeah.
Because like there's certain things that I've given up. Like, okay, like, oh, been there, done that. I don't do it no more. Certain snacks and stuff like that, fat snacks. I don't even have the taste buds for it no more because it tastes nasty to me.
And Ulysses, one of the things that you said that's so important to me is portion control, because we can't, like when we talk about meal prep, I will roast a whole chicken, but for the week, so that I can cut it in half again. But then you're doing that prepping. Like, think about how we can live as Black folk. I'm talking to me and people like me, because T.D. Jakes' only unsuccessful book to the church was about diets, right? So he's been able to take about prosperity and living well and changing mind and healing, but we don't talk about this food thing, and we don't talk about it because we don't talk about the way that food feeds more than just our belly. It feeds our stuff. It feeds our stress. And I learned that, like, you go to some place like a Costco, and you get a pound of, pack of big pack of chicken wings, but you also have to then get the Teflon bag, the Ziploc bag, so you can just put 3 in each bag, so that when you pull them out of the freezer, you're not pulling the whole thing out, so that it unthaws, and now you feel like, oh, I thought it's been frozen and thawed. I've got to cook the whole thing. If you put it in packs of 3, when you pull one pack out, all you're cooking is what you need for the day. And that was a big deal for me, because you go to do the thing thinking financially, you're covering yourself, by getting this big pack of stuff. But if you don't separate it and then pack and stack into the freezer, when you pull it out, you're stuck with a whole defrost. And so you think, oh, I'll just roast a whole pan of chicken wings so I have it. Next thing you know, you eat 3 with your meal, and 2 is a snack. And then 2 later, and then 3, you know what I mean? And then you make some salmon later and add 2 wings to it. And then it just becomes this way that you have fed the Jones. And so learning to do that, and, take a whole packet of salad and these 3 wings and add the trail mixer, keeping the water, it just has learned to fortify and be fulfilled, as opposed to that quiet little demon that's saying, there's more stuff in the refrigerator. You got this in the cabinet. It's like, nope, I've cooked these 3 wings. They're a nice size. I got a nice salad, and every time it's almost like water is, we forget that that our bodies are 70% water. And when you eat and then, let it all pass through and you feed that Jones again, water reminds you that you've eaten. It's like, oh, okay, I'm good. Okay, I'm good. I was thinking in my head, I needed some chips. I was thinking in my mouth, I needed something sweet. Water reminds you and goes, nope, we're full. We're full. No matter how much you want to put in the gas tank, at some point, they're like, I want to round it up. Nope. It's like, nope, you can't put, nope, it's going to start gushing out. And then the whole thing is in danger.
Right. Exactly. Portion control. I put stuff on salad plates now.
Like, reduce the plate. From the dinner plate for the
9-inch
plate. Yep.
Little salad plate, and then I put it on, and that would be it, because your stomach is only about the size of your fist anyway. So anything extra out of there, you don't really need. It's just something that your brain is telling you to do, but your stomach is in a whole nother thing. And then you'll notice, like, when you start to shrink, what they say, shrink your stomach, is because your portions, you could feel them immediately. So that's helped me a lot with the portion control. Or I'll do like a little bowl of something, and that'd be good.
Yeah, and I don't I don't eat after like 3 hours before I go to bed. I don't eat 3 hours before I go to bed now.
Well, I got to work on that.
But again, that's what the kitchen clothes is about.
I have frozen grapes. What I'll do is I'll drink water and see if I'm still hungry after that. Like, wait 10 minutes. And then if you're still hungry, eat something. I may even take a spoonful of peanut butter just to curb that, like, and I'm good.
I've done that before, Pop.
I keep a protein bar. I got boxes of them just in case, like you said, at the end of it, there's something. And I always feel like what I must be missing is protein. So this bar is better than half a bag of chips.
But Pastor, I will make sure you look at the sugar content on those protein bars.
Oh, no. Just be in this balanced bar. It's yogurt, peanut, and honey.
Okay.
It's the only one I eat. Because I found out the sugar content. And, for me, I'm also allergic to chocolate. So there aren't many protein bars I can eat anyway, because they're always chocolate, and I'm feeding that Jones. So
gotcha.
This is yogurt, peanut, and honey, perfect sugar content. I eat one, low calorie content. I still try to do it around 9. If I check me after 9 and still feel hungry, it's me. It's the stress of the day. It's rewatch an episode of Scandal and go to bed. I'm just saying.
Yeah. This is good.
Sometimes we feed stress, sometimes we're designed to, it's almost like that. Like just some chips, just some sweet. If I get a bowl of ice cream and it's really just you had a bad day, you take a shower, and maybe sometimes the smell of the peppermint and the lavender will do what food can't do on the outside. Sometimes you need to check the external, so I keep all of those essential oils. I have an oil called Allahu Akbar, which means God is the greatest. That is my only fragrance I've worn since '86. And sometimes I have a really bad day, I'll just run it across my bottom, because the bottom of my nose, and it centers me, it settles me back down. And I'm like, oh yeah. This is that, trying to feed the stress instead of inviting the stress out, right? I don't want to feed something I want gone.
And something, speaking of stress, that detox of the mind too, that stress of what you feed yourself mentally, we gotta watch our messaging, our central messaging, and those who have messages that are around us that aren't good for our spiritual diets, if you will. And I know you could speak a lot to that, Pastor, because it's
so imperative that what you're saying. Oh my God, Terez, what you're saying right now as it relates to social media and the pandemic and what people don't know what to do with in these sometimes idle times. And next thing you know, they're in a feed, and the algorithm says if you watched one Real Housewives of Atlanta, then you want to see some love and hip hop. You want to see some black. And next thing you know, you've got a whole feed full of reality TV, and you're stuck in it. And now you feel like this because they just sending you the highlights, which is often the fights, the conflict, and the struggle, and you're already in stress. And so it's like, to take the moment, I try to share, it works the same way, here, in music, go to Whitney and they'll give you some more Whitney, some Patty, some Aretha, some Mariah, and next thing you know, it's an hour later and they've sung you off the cliff, and we just have to be really.
And of course, we know you go to Natalie. We know you go to Natalie.
Listen, I live in Natalie Colville, so there's no pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. Two fortunes are deeper than the world is old. So, I do that for myself. It's like sometimes before, so yesterday, so today is January the 2nd. So Natalie's date of transition is officially December 31st, 2015, but for us on the East Coast, it was already after midnight. So for me, it actually has an arc because it goes all the way through so there were times when even hearing her music could be a stressor, right? So a number of people on New Year's Eve tagged me in their Natalie Cole post, and I wasn't prepared to get boom, boom, boom. So I went every place but Natalie because it was the 5th anniversary of her death. And then by the end of the day, I was in a better, somebody posted Peaceful Living, and that did it. You know what I mean? The right song allowed me to turn back around and go get Our Love, turn around and let me go get Even I'm Catching Hell, and I Got Love on My Mind. And just those ways that you feed the thing, especially when you're aware of the thing. And like you just said, you said Natalie, I didn't come out of my Natalie Cole, so I was on the Natalie Cole fear funk, because I was like, the radio was off up, I was afraid that I could be driving and her music would come on. And so that first week after she passed, I was like this. And we arrived at an event at Savoy and Mark's house, and Rez and Mo were there, and a few other people. And Mo just took me by the hand and sang Our Love and let me cry. And so, because I was running from it, and until that happened, I was like this. And I was smiling, but like this. And a lot of us smile, Mother's Day is coming, something's coming.
I remember, and then we had that conversation. Yep.
No, you were there too, right? And Mo sang Our Love out loud. She didn't whisper. She sang it like she was in full concert. And that was like, if you don't get up, it's lit. And I was like, okay. And you went right into the same concert. And then, you're like, hey, look at this stuff. And gave me that beautiful program from the concert. I was like, okay, I cannot run from her. She's my everything. But you're right. So I always ask somebody, before you start to fill your house with foolishness, think of your favorite song and think of whether or not it just needs to float around the house for a little while. So, now when that happens, La Costa comes on, and that's it. That's all I need. The water, the water rushes and the birds, the seagulls going. I'm like, yeah, I'm good. I might be stuck in the house, but I'm really in, Antigua. I'm good. We didn't get to do the music, fest this year in Mexico, but I'm there now, so there's always something, and If you didn't have the something, find the something. If you didn't have the something, find the something. Take 5 minutes and go, oh, I want to watch, I want to go in the basement with JaVonne. I meant to be on the live, but now I can go watch it. I meant to go to Bible study. TD Jake said something. Just give yourself permission. You know, I went live for my this thing I do, this format called 11:11 at 11. And God said to me right before I went live, literally I was going to talk to this guy in Huntsville, Alabama. And God said, everybody has gotten stuck. Tell them to keep going. I was like, what are you talking about? God says everybody's going 2020, 2020. 2020, like they're mad, like it won't move. Well, it's 2021. Like you can keep counting now. You were stuck for 300, but you can keep counting now. 20, 21, 22, 23, right? Because people keep saying, you know, that the clock is stuck. Nope. Now we're in 2021, 22, 23. Keep going, keep moving, keep living, because that's the only way it happens. Day by day, hour by hour, breath by breath. If you make a mistake and, you know, or a misstep and eat something, okay, counter it. If you eat something crazy for lunch, then do a salad for dinner. If you don't give yourself enough time to sleep, you know, then thank God for the weekend and turn your phone off. We punish ourselves and keep going so down the rabbit hole as like continued punishment when all you gotta do is get back up again. You ate some chips. Okay. Next time you're at the store, just don't buy the chips. Right?
Right.
Exactly. You know, thank you so much, Pastor, for coming.
I'm sorry. I felt like a priest. I'm sorry.
No, that was excellent. That was excellent.
That was for myself. Hallelujah.
That's okay. And I appreciate, you know, now we have this thing where we have people come through for a few minutes and ring the bell. And thank you so much for ringing that bell. And that's what's up.
I love y'all, and you know I'm glad to always be invited in the door, because no matter what, if y'all are assembled, I'm in the living room. I might not come all the way in the booth, but I'm sitting in the living room every Saturday.
I know you are, and I'm glad you said something about love, because you know that's it for 2021. That's my mantra. It's love. It's our love for one another. You know, it's not about me and who and what I love. It's about our love. You know what I'm saying? And that's a segue, right?
And it's one of the things that I say as often as I can to people. If you're not dead, God's not done.
You know, that's right.
So keep going. Keep trying, keep living, keep pushing. And you know, the reason you got to keep pushing is you might be on Formula 406. Hello, somebody.
My very own. My very, very own. From me to you. You're my morning star.
And just like that.
Right beside you.
Watch this, how much I know this album.
Keep this love. We will let you all eternity. Just the way we are. I love it. It's just the way
it should be.
'Cause our love will stand tall as the trees. Our love will spread wide as the sea.
Come on, people.
Our love will shine bright in the night like the stars above. And we're always together. Did you enjoy
yourselves this evening? How much I know this album. We got to take this on as a mantra in the LGBT community, in the Black community, in the entrepreneur community. We need to lift each other, right? All these things we're talking about, doing somebody knows how to do. Get you an online coach, get you somebody who does meal prep, get you somebody to support you living your best life. Stop wasting money on labels and outer garments. Change the mannequin. Stop changing the outfit.
Will stand tall as the tree. Our love will be for the whole world to see. Our love will change
people's roads to ride, and will
'cause we'll always have each other. We'll stand tall as the trees. Our love will spread as wide as the sea. Our love will shine bright in the night like our love, and we'll always be together. Yeah, hey baby, our love. We got a mighty, mighty love. Hey, hey, ha, ha, our love. We got a mighty, mighty love. Oh, 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 ooh, that's right. Bring it down just a little. 'Cause love is soft, love is sweet, love is nice, love is gentle, love is joy, love is pain, love is laughing in the rain. I got love on my mind, love is always right on time. Love is you, and love is me, love is gonna sunshine. Yeah. If you feel like love, say it.
Thanks for coming through, Pastor.
Oh, that was the bonus. Yes.
The bonus, yes.
E. Taylor in the building.
You know, that's right. And what did Ronnie say? Self-love is the mantra for 2021. If you don't love yourself, you cannot love others. Remove the negative foods, peoples, places, and things from your space to freely share.
But that's always been y'all mantra from the basement in general, self-love. And especially having that right tribe, like y'all have always said, keep that right tribe, because I do believe in detoxing people out of your life.
Amen.
True.
Amen. Oh, man. Thank you for that, Ron. That's for sure. You know, love, self-love, starting with self-love, you know?
Right. And people can't understand sometimes why they don't get love or they don't feel love. And that's because it's an inside thing, you know? Regardless of the messages, pro or negative, that you received in your nurturing, we all have to learn how to nurture ourselves and detox from any negative input that was fed. You know that meme, that cartoon where the mother, I guess, is yelling ignorant, stupid, blah, blah, blah. And it's going into the child's head, you know, and the child is crying. Well, as adults, we all have, it may not have come from our mothers, or it may have come from our mothers or fathers, or even just the other kids in the schoolyard, you know, negative images. You know, we see whatever, I can't even think, Farrah Fawcett, and we look nothing like that. And so as a teenager or a young person, that's what beauty is. You look nothing like that. And then you see Cicely Tyson, and you may think she's beautiful, but that's not the message that the world is giving about that sort of beauty. compared to the Farrah Fawcett beauty, and you don't have those reinforcements. You have to give that shit to yourself. You have to believe what you believe, and nurture and love yourself, you know. And we thank you too, Pastor Kevin.
Yes, for so much, for that beautiful, beautiful transition into 12 o'clock, because I was on his feed, and he's just, you know, the master of words that in his anointing, you know, because when God gets going in him, baby, look all the way out. That vessel there is on fire, and I enjoy.
And they need to follow him too, because when he pops on and he does his sermons,
exactly. One thing that everybody, I would suggest everybody see, and I'm gonna repost it, is I did a few years back in a full thorough interview with Pastor Kevin E. Taylor. And this is when Brunch in the Basement, before I was doing a podcast, this is when I was just inviting friends into the basement to interview them, or if they were doing things outside, I would go out and videotape them and blah blah blah. But this was a very, very nice, it's probably one of the best things that I've done in terms of visually.
Let's get it up.
Yeah, it's pretty long though. I think it's maybe about 45 minutes. But he talks about, and you know how I do, and back then I had less technological experience than I do now. and even I still need some refreshers, clearly. But we talked about his love affair with Natalie Cole. We talked about him growing up as a young, loquacious gay boy, you know, in Washington. Just his tenure at BET and what that was like, and then his self growth into pastorhood. And it's just really, really good. And I have pictures of him as a kid and with his family and with Natalie Cole and with others. And, you know, it's just really nice. And if you love Pastor Kevin E. Taylor, or if you even just think he's interesting, you cannot see or hear him and not at least be curious about this brother. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Because like you said, he is a wordsmith. He is... yeah, very, very knowledgeable of words. So, and he loves to play. He loves language. He loves the English language. He loves words, and he knows how to use them.
Sometimes when you can't figure it out, what you want to say or translate, he will have a word there. So I'll be like, that is it. He will right there. Love it. Nice.
Stop.
See there?
Okay.
Yeah.
There's nothing but love for you.
And to remind the viewers, don't forget, you can go to WJBR Internet Radio, our main website. We got merch, we got old shows, we got things where you can drop off and let us know how we're doing in the basement, what you want to talk about in the basement. You know, and we always asking, please share, subscribe. My mantra is always just tell 5 friends about the basement. Because they will tell 5 friends, and then they will tell 5 friends. And then what happens? Yeah. We all having brunch.
Exactly. And someone, I think it was Misty J, who on Wednesday said, you know, who confessed that she had not shared it with others because it was her little secret. I was gonna say dirty little secret, but I'm the only dirty one here, so you know, half dirty secret. Look, when I say dirty, I mean that in only the most pleasant way.
Ooh.
You know, we can't. It can't be a secret. This show can't be a secret. And I want you to think about it and hear the way I think about it. The more people who watch the show, the more popular the show becomes. The more popular the show becomes, the more people want to not only watch the show, but come through the show.
And ring the bell.
And ring the bell. So it would enhance your experience because we would then be more attractive to those you want to see on the show. So the more you share, the more you're letting people like, I don't know who, but maybe even Obama. Who knows? But more people have to know about the show and check out the show. So please share it as often and as much as you can. Go back into the archives if you have a favorite show where we interviewed someone that was the show that hooked you. That was the one. Oh my God, I don't know whether it was Dawn Robinson from En Vogue or one time that Monifa came through, or
Rona, or Shanice, or Leon, or Raheem Devon, or Vaughn, or Oya, or Robin, David Sosa.
That's it. Tito. I mean, and let me just say, for me, meeting those people for the first time, like Tito and David, thank you, Pops, for bringing them through. Tim Snell, look, man, you've definitely introduced me to some great people right here on this show, and hopefully we've been able to do that throughout the year for you as well. I know that I've grown closer to people like Miss Linda Clifford, and I have gotten to see a lot more of one another than we had previously. We now have a love affair. Unbeknownst to our husband. No, he knows about us too. This is the thing. And I know Rezi always tries to check me on the spouses, but the spouses all know about me and they kind of like it.
God.
Okay, 2021's a different.
For some balance here. My favorite yogi. We're gonna get Cheryl on the show for some balance here.
Yeah, she's coming. She actually we haven't picked a date yet, but it must be, we have to schedule it and make sure.
That's behind the scenes production meeting. Yeah, we'll talk about that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This is funny. Misty says she was listening to the Fame soundtrack and then it hit her to share. Thank you, honey. We appreciate that so much.
It's about the substance that we bring to the basement. It really is. We may bring you people that you may never ever see anywhere else. The informative people also. So it's just not the singers and the actors. It's political people. It's health experts. And
exactly.
And like the
and it's our pastor.
You never know who's gonna ring the bell and stop by.
Our pastor.
Yeah.
There you go. Sometimes you need some spiritual healing, and we know a lot of people who are ministers and, she said, no, it's who Miss Clifford was. Okay.
Who Miss Clifford is.
Right. Miss Clifford. Do you guys know the song? Like, I was looking, I'm a big TikTok head now. And if you follow me on my personal page, Lord knows I'm just TikToking all day. And
I'm shocked about that, JaVonne, because I don't even do TikTok and you're doing it. I'm like, whoa.
Well, okay, so in all honesty, I don't know how to do some of the create some of the TikToks. Like I could take a bunch of pictures, which is one of the things that I do. Like I'll take pictures, flyers. I'll take our flyers from this show, put them together and make a TikTok out of that. But that's as far as it goes. You won't see me twerking and no, unfortunately. I won't be doing any of that on TikTok, but and I will be eventually adding snippets. Look at Pop.
No twerking?
I will be adding some video, like little like 15-second video snippets from the show and stuff like that to TikTok if I could get this thing to work right.
Hey Renee.
It's I forgot why I mentioned
Is she ready for the festival this year?
I'm hoping so. She had a whole 365 to get that game together.
Renee, I hope during this quarantine you've been practicing.
Keith, that's probably one of the nicest things I've heard all day.
Thank you, Keith. Thank you, Keith. We are a reflection of you, my brother. Thank you.
You know that's right. And thank you, Keith, for all that you've done for the support and just throughout the years, man. You're just one of those beautiful, beautiful human beings that I love.
Definitely.
So I want to put that out there, and thank you for coming through. Everybody have a great day. I think we're just about done. And Pops, thank you for hanging out with us today. Look at you.
Yes.
Starting off the new year on the screen. Huh? What we gonna do? We're gonna do threesomes.
That's all you're gonna get. I mean, that's all you're gonna get. Now, do y'all want to do rapid fire with me before I go, or is that?
Yeah.
Yeah. What? Okay.
I'm being open right now.
Let's open it up. Go ahead, Jesse. You start.
All right. Love.
Necessary.
Community.
Needed.
Spirit.
God.
Health.
Extremely important.
Socialize.
Limited.
Family.
Everything.
You're up, JaVonne.
All right. It's my turn. Sexy.
Dominican.
Booty.
Lick.
I quit. No. Personality.
Personality. Overrated.
Flip Wilson.
Uncle.
Ulysses.
Complex.
Thank you so much.
And Shaka Khan, Queen.
I was debating, did I want to, because I only got 5, did I want to do Shaka or did I want to do Ulysses? I thought Ulysses was more
Well, you say Shaka for the singers. I understand.
No, that usually for anybody, and I really wanted to give that one for you, but I was more curious actually about Ulysses. And you are complex. And you are absolutely,
because there's two sides. There's the Ulysses, and then there's Pop, and y'all both know both sides.
Yes. Thank you, Sandra. Thank you, Misty. Thank you all, and thank you, Pops, and thank you, everybody. We'll see you again on Wednesday evening. I may do a pop-up because I'm feeling like I need to fix the computer, and when I get into that, I got to fix the computer thing.
If you need me, JaVonne, just text me.
I certainly will, because I may need to do some techie stuff, and I may need your assistance. So God bless everybody. It's 2021, let's do it.
Difficult for me to say I love you. It wouldn't be difficult if you would say. And believe me when you tell that I know you very well. I know you like to know my name. Baby, I have met you somewhere in my dreams. Never.
Because we can see you now.
I know. And thank God. And thank goodness I got myself together. Well, you got to, because I've been walking around looking like God knows what for like 3 months because it didn't matter. Who cared? Like, you know what I mean? And I felt fabulous, but yeah. But you were looking the same way, so it's fine. That goes both ways, lady. This is too fun to be, to get spruced up, So here we go. Hey, it's your girl Monifa, and you are tuned into Brunch in the Basement with JaVonne. Okay, no, did you just listen to that? Okay,
we're gonna keep that.
That's fine, but let me get it right.
You know I am, and I'm gonna send it right back to y'all. That's what I'm gonna do with that.
What's up? It's your girl Monifa, and you're tuned into Brunch in the Basement with JaVonne and Terez.
Hey, this is Leon. That's right, Leon, from some of your favorite movies, and I'm at Brunch in the Basement with Terez and JaVonne. Stay here with me. Stay here with me. Stay here with me.
Still in the basement, no longer alone, with my homegirl Terez on the microphone. Music politics are just chatting it up. Brunch in the basement, see that's what's up. You never know who might run through. Legendary artist or someone brand new. You miss a lot when you miss one day. At least that's what I heard somebody say. But it doesn't really matter what whoever says. It's always a good show with JaVonne and Terez. Yeah. Brunch in the Basement with JaVonne and Terez. Yeah. Let's see who we got today. Come on, everybody's a friend in my head. I already know everybody. Whatever it is, it's gonna be good. One day I'll tell you about me and Shaka Khan, but Oh
my gosh.
yeah. But she doesn't know anything about it. But anyway. No, she doesn't. She wasn't even there actually. But anyway. The time, and we thank you for that.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you. This part, that little piece, I'm just gonna keep and play it all the time for myself. But no, I'm just teasing.